Okay, hi Justin, how you doing? I've got your portfolio up here, and I want to go through this, and I would like to I would like to go through this, and I would like to really be critical about the work. Now that the class is over, I think it's really important to have a viewpoint and see what a hiring professional. I'm going to tell you what I see when I look at your portfolio, and I'm going to be very honest with you, as if you had submitted this portfolio to me, to my studio, with the intent of getting hired, or if in the event that I'm subbing work out and I'm working for a design studio, helping them go through the hiring process, as it were. Okay, so anyways, I see the cover here, and the first thing I'm going to say is it's very overdone. It's got a lot of glitz, and a lot of that glitz does not directly correspond to the immediate message at hand, and that is, I'm Justin Bogart, and this is my work. Okay, this stuff is all superficial. All of these gradients and everything. Look, we're graphic designers. We've been doing this for some of us for, I mean, many years. We've seen it all before. So, I mean, in all reality, and not trying not to sound kind of like a jerk, we've seen it all before. There's very little that you can do digitally to impress us, okay? We're impressed with good, solid typography, good, solid layout, and sound choices. And that's what we're looking for in portfolio, okay? First page, overdone. The layout itself is good. I think the layout itself is, I think as we go through the work, we can kind of see that it's pretty obvious that you have not laid a grid over your pages. I highly recommend doing so, because that way you're going to establish your margins and you're going to establish your transition areas, so that they remain consistent without these little jumps. See that little jump there? See how that corner jumps right there? It's just off by a few pixels, but enough that the subconscious picks it up and it looks unorganized. Okay, so process book. Well, okay, so anyways, I hope you understand what I'm saying about the grid, because it's really important. A perfect case in point right here. There's just no reason to cut those short. It's kind of obliterating the page, because you have a perfect example to show a 2x2 grid, and unfortunately, the way it was just cropped short. So think about that, okay? And I'm just bringing stuff up here, but I'm going to really get to the nuts and bolts here in a second. So let's go back up to the top, and I want to say the background is good. It's good that your type stays at the same spot, location on each page. I would suggest using a designer's logo. I think it's a mistake not to. You could, by all rights, draw a successful association between a logo, a monogram, or some sort of designer's mark, and your name and your work. Effectively, you could do that in one page and carry it through the entire presentation. I think the most direct way to do that is place a logo somewhere on the page and keep your typography consistent while using the same presentation area on each page. Again, broken grid here. Okay, so things like that. Now, as far as the setup goes itself, you have Justin Bogart, and then you have portfolio. Then you have just this, you jump into collateral design, okay? Then you have your photograph of the shot and everything, and then you jump into collateral design too. So, and then you go to process book, and process book has its own title page, as it were. Don't need this. You don't have it here going into collateral design, so why start going into your second piece? Do you see what I'm saying? Plus, it's a waste of page. You're going to get a lot of folks that are going to open up this portfolio and look at 46 pages and go, yeah, I'm going to pass on this. And that's just a reality. I mean, we're looking at a tops 18 pages. So really keep that in mind. Now you're showing this process book here, but this isn't a process book. You're just showing images and then your layout. And this would be considered part of the process book, this sketch, but this stuff isn't part of a process book. I mean, this is just this is the final piece. So these are parts of the final piece. So process book is all the stuff that goes into the work. So it would be all your sketches and developing this pattern here and developing that logo there and this illustration here and, you know, and talking about your color choices. That's all process book, though. This stuff isn't process book. This could possibly be part of a design narrative if you're going to include that much detail, but I just think it's too much. We know what we're looking at by the time we see the third piece. So, do you know what I'm saying? So, give a traditional process book. Okay, I don't need that page, and this is good. And the work itself is really good. I think that's why I'm not talking much about the work. I think the work is good. Corporate identity. Again, this is good. You got some pieces here that need. I mean, this piece right here with the big truck. It's you need to show the road and more road, less truck. Same here. This is just it's really kind of a misleading image because there's no road to see, and that's the power of this whole image is the road. That's what opens up this relationship of Trinity Industries with this wide open road moving forward, as it were. Looks good. I mean, the work looks good. This page, you can stop right here. I mean, you've got website design. Give us a live link. That would be awesome. But you don't have to go, okay, here's my website design, and then here's page 1 of my website design, and then here's page 2. You just don't have to do that. Like all that's doing is adding to that file size and that number of pages. Digital media, I don't see, I'm not going to click because I don't want to have to, well, why not? All right, yeah, I did the same thing. Off button doesn't work. Disable contact does. So watch that. Again, same thing I talked about. That's going to really, really be an enormous problem to your portfolio. Especially, well, you know that. I mean, if you're in a committee portfolio where you're sitting at a conference table and getting a group interview and this thing comes on and you can't turn it off, wow. Or whoever is controlling the portfolio can't turn it off, then that's going to be a very trying moment in the interview. Package design looks great. Publication design looks good. Again, I would skip those pages. Those, you know, the idea is to show your work. Okay, your citation page, APA or MLA. Okay, and listen, you're a good designer. You do good work, but this page right here as your image credits page, I highly recommend formatting these in professional formatted APA or MLA citation style. This is not a citation style. It kind of shows the employer, if the employer were to open this page and go, well, this designer doesn't understand copyright and citation, the importance of citations, this could hurt you. Okay, so other than that, man, your work's awesome. I remember that guy. I must have had you for digital imaging because I remember that guy. Anyway, all right. So you're right in there. Just take the comments, move forward, think about it, contemplate, do some more research, read a little bit more about portfolio, and then make your own advanced decisions on moving forward. Okay. Any questions or comments, please get with me. I'm available. Keep my contact information. I know your work. So if you need to get with me, go ahead and keep my information. All right. Thanks, man.